Anymore. Now it's morning news. If you are able to go back to Dak this week, could you talk a little bit just about what Cooper Rush has done over these last 5 weeks and what it meant to this team as far as going forward?
Yeah, Coop's been a phenomenal example of so many guys of just taking advantage of an opportunity, and you always use the metaphor next man up in football and in sports, and he's certainly a really good example of a guy who over the last few weeks and however long it takes to be put in a situation and take advantage of it. And obviously everyone's frustrated and disappointed at the ending of this last game, not the way we anticipated and wanted it to go, but wider spectrum. He's done a really nice job for us.
You've been in that position before, not getting a stretch that prolonged as he has, just the difficulty in doing that for 5 weeks versus coming in for a game or two, knowing that it's going to extend more, and how he held up to that.
Consistency is really the biggest thing in sports, and so for him to have done that for a number of weeks now, I think really helped our team, put us in a good position, and frustrating game last week, and we'll see how the next couple weeks progress.
How big Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning. How are you? How big has Zeke been in doing this stretch when you had Coop as your starter?
Yeah, Zeke's done a really nice job. Him and Tony kind of doing it together. Those guys are big parts of this. We love getting those guys touches, and certainly the run game has been a real positive thing for us the last few weeks.
Kellen Todd with ESPN. If Dak returns, what changes about your offense?
We'll just have to take it week by week, really. And certainly I think we were fortunate to be in a situation with Coop where the volume and the adjustments that go into a game plan, we're able to continue to carry those because of Coop. And so we're fortunate to have 2 veteran guys in that room that can handle those things. So certainly we'll be able to continue that whenever the time comes for Dak. And certainly Dak, we know the talent that he is and the ability that he has, and certainly we'll be able to take advantage of some of those things.
How difficult do you think it will be to hold Dak back if it's in his mind that this is his plan to play this week?
Dak's as motivated a person as we're ever going to meet in life, and we'll just have to go through this thing the right way, and we'll see where it takes us day by day.
Clarence, before we start talking around, how has Dak looked? I mean, obviously through Saturday and Sunday, I don't know what he'd be throwing in today. And how is look? What do you need to see from him to say he's ready to go?
No, he's done a really nice job, and I think the 2 aspects of it is first medical, obviously the most important, and the second is just simply practice. You got to practice, you got to go through those routines, you got to find the timing, the rhythm, the consistency. But everything he's done up to this point has been awesome, and it's been a really cool testament to see how much hard work's gone into this process for him.
He's making all the throws. From what you've seen, obviously he's making all the throws and zips on the ball. And
he seems good. Every day there's going to be new things added, and we'll just kind of see where it goes.
Michael Gelke, Dallas Morning News. On the 4th down play in the second quarter, you had your 2 wide receivers have a spatial issue.
Yeah.
There, just execution-wise, what transpired there? Why did it fall short?
Yeah. Obviously, unfortunate situation. We anticipated a first down there, ended up in a 4th and short. I can easily second guess it a lot, and I certainly do. But we're trying to create a little bit of a movement play where trying to sneak CD around the backside, and we got penetration on the edge, and so we weren't able to get CD all the way through there on the movement. And so tough one, frustrating one, certainly one that you can sit there and want to have back and call something different, but it was a tough one.
Anybody?
What were your thoughts on your line's play? Obviously, you ran the ball quite well against them, and what do you think of the pass protection?
Yeah, we ran the ball really well. We got to be a little cleaner on 1st and 2nd down. I think that's one thing. Just normal, 1st and 10, be a little bit more efficient there. But those guys battled. They did a really good job. Pass game, we held our own. There's a few, opportunities we certainly would want back. That we had chances, and so those are always going to be difficult things. The challenges of those guys that's a premier front, and they're going to make some plays, unfortunately, at times, and they made some critical mistakes on our side because of it.
How much more settled are you guys offensively from the last time you saw Dak play in the opener? Like, Gal was back Tyler Smith's played a bunch now. Your running game's going. Your tight ends are involved.
Certainly, as everyone knows, early in an NFL season, that September football, there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of adjustments that are made. And so for the O-line to create a little bit of stability, Michael's back, a couple young tight ends playing a bunch of ball. So certainly we feel like, we're progressing the right way. Unfortunate, game this past weekend, but hopefully we're continuing to grow and take the positive steps needed.
What do you feel Dak's return can do for your third down offense, whether it be setting yourself up in a better position on first and second down, or when it comes to those third down situations?
Yeah, there's a combination of both. I think obviously first and second down has a huge impact on third down, just being in manageable situations, and then certainly in third downs, we just got to execute and find our way to execute, especially those 3rd and 4, 5, 6. Those are the kind of the tougher fringe ones, and we got to find a way to improve our odds there and play better football. And so something at times we've done really well, and at times certainly recently we haven't done as well. And so there'll be a scheme thing that we got to continue to evaluate, and then an execution aspect as well.
You've had a much younger offensive team than you were certainly last year, and with Dak being out and all this youth, in what ways have you seen this offense grow, and what is the most impressive about that, especially when you didn't have your starting quarterback in there? What areas?
I think certainly the run game is a big aspect of that. We anticipated wanting to go down that road in the offseason, continue to push it, and certainly I think the last few weeks have been evident that we can continue to lean on that. And so those guys have done a really nice job. The younger offensive linemen working together. So much communication goes into that front, being able to handle all the adjustments that you have to make based off a defensive look, and a couple of young tight ends that are continuing to build, and Jake and Peyton. And so with those guys and Dalton, like you got 3 really good ones right there, and Sean pops in there every once in a while to help us. And so we feel really good about being able to play with multiple tight ends as the season progresses.
Mike mentioned today about when a player comes back physically, there's still an element of timing. They're getting his timing and rhythm back. Mike Gallup has missed a lot of time, of course. Where is he in that process? It's just timing.
Yeah, certainly. I think that's an aspect that everyone's trying to grow through anytime you come back from an injury, because there's a game speed and there's a practice speed, and you're going through that whole transition phase and the physicality. Michael, just all the things that go into a game, and he's certainly made some really good moments, and he's going to continue to grow. And I think that's the exciting thing for us, is that Michael, Dak, all these guys have kind of been were out for a little bit. They're going to continue to grow and get better and better each week.
McCarthy seemed to indicate McGovern took the next step in his development. What have you seen from him so far this year?
Just consistency. I think just, especially, the communication over there with him and Tyler, those two, as many times as they can be on the field together, practice together, all the adjustments, the calls, being on the same page, because that's what football is up front. It's dealing with games and adjustments. You don't just block one guy on your own and just you got you and you got you. And so those guys got to work really well together. And so I think once he came back, I think it's been a good couple weeks for those guys working together, and hopefully continues to trend the right way.
As much as you want to ramp up Jason there, is there something to be said with just, we got to allow Connor as well to get more comfortable, to get into more of a rhythm? It seemed like there was a bit of a shift there with Jason only seeing those 4 snaps. Is that the direction that you guys are going at left guard?
I think there's a balancing act. I think Jason's a guy that we want to continue. This is a long season. We're going to need Jason, and so you want to keep him involved, and he has the ability to play that left guard and left tackle spot, and so we want to keep him a part of this, because at some point he's going to have to play significant snaps at various times. That's just what odds tell you in football. But you also want Connor to have as many reps as he can, because him and Tyler are younger players that every rep counts for those guys.
Alrighty.
All right. Thank you.